Hey guys, so it happened, or happening this weekend. The Mario movie is about to make $1 billion. It's true though. Mario, the movie this weekend is gonna hit $1 billion made, and well deserved. It shows that when you have a IP as iconic and loved as Mario, stick to the source material. Don't add anything that you don't need to. Make it a fun movie where anyone can go and watch it, whether you know the games or you don't know the games, whether you want to get into the games, young, old, gay, whatever, black, white. It's a movie for everyone. And just make it fun. The marketing was amazing. Not once did you ever hear someone say, well, if you don't like it, this movie's not for you anyway. You don't hear anyone being called a freaking bigot or a racist or a homophobe or anything like that from any of the people working on this film. They marketed it amazingly. The movie was, from what I've heard, amazing. It's not like, oh my God, it's the best movie ever. But for a Mario movie, it's really good. People are still like posting shots of it online. Like, did anyone catch this? Um, but the marketing was amazing. The movie was just supposed to be fun. It's just a fun Mario movie, not supposed to be mind-numbing with a complicated story, but just a movie you can go in with your family, your friends, whoever, and just have a good time. And just enjoy it for what it is. Mario. You're not gonna see some drama, some New York drama or anything like that. It's Mario, Super Mario. So congrats to Nintendo and Illumination and anyone, Charlie Day, Chris Pratt, Jack Black. Those guys were so great with the, helping with the, going out, talking about it, staying positive. Chris Pratt got so much crap for Mario. Like, oh, Chris Pratt, Mario? Are you serious? They couldn't get Charles Martinet to do it, even though Charles Martinet is in the movie. Um, so they bashed him, and he could have said, like everyone else, well, this movie's not for you then. No, he didn't say that. He said, if you still have doubts, come see the movie, see it for yourself. You don't like it? That's unfortunate, but at least come see the movie first before you make any, major judgments. So everything was handled perfectly. And so it's made crossing 1 billion worldwide. And that's why they're called the Super Mario Brothers. Um, they set up at the end of the movie a sequel, obviously, with Yoshi. Everyone's like, well, what's the big deal? Yoshis were in the movie. Yeah, those were Yoshis. They set up the Yoshi, Mario's Yoshi. So it's a big difference. Um, and we, it's like, well, what is the difference? The other ones don't belong to him. That Yoshi does. So, but 1 billion, 1 billion, and this person, well deserved. It's the most compelling, well put visual sugar rush I've ever watched. For a brain that has most of the references that goes into the movie, you'll leave with your head zooming. It's crazy. I loved it. I know the haters are pissed. I know Disney is pissed. Yeah, because look at Disney. Every time they get some criticism about their movie, like, why are you remaking this movie? Why are you gender swapping? Why are you race? Well, it's not for the racists. It's not for the homophobes. It's not this. You don't like it, don't watch it. And then what happens? You have Peter Pan and Wendy that just came out on Disney Plus. Audience score of like 34%. The critics. It's hilarious. It's like, mom, slam on the brakes. Nintendo right now. Yep. I think I saw. Wait, wasn't there another one I saw that I liked? We finally did it. 1 billion. Like it's crazy. You know what? They didn't kill me. Wait, they didn't kill me. Nintendo. Wait, what? Okay, whatever. Never listen to critics. Always listen to the audience. Yeah, because critics are paid. You know, they're that face though. Jack Black. That is cinema. Take that, critics. Woohoo! Someone's downfall happening. You watch him because I prayed for it. Bowser looking handsome there. All that money. Nintendo Illumination Universal right now. Yeah. Yeah. W so big, Wario had to come out of those W door. Yeah, like everyone says, it's well deserved. This does Mama the Mia. It does. Love to see it. Now that is super. Um, all the way to the bank. Let's see, currently the 69th. Nice. Yep. Grossing movie ever. 69th. Wow. Bohemian Rhapsody, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Shrek, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Lord of the Rings, number 71. Wow. Wow. The audience looking at the critics. He's like, told you so. $1 more billion. My reaction. Me knowing that it's gonna cross $1 billion mark soon. Uh-huh. Wow, Sonic 3, Detective Pikachu 2, and the Five Nights at Freddy's will never beat and stop this movie. Or top this movie, rather. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Well, no, never. You know, Five Nights at Freddy's is big, but it's not mainly with the younger kids. Mario's been around for 40 years, so it has a little bit more drawing power. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be bad, the FNAF movie, because Scott himself is, been helping with it. And because FNAF is Scott's baby, so he's not gonna let anything happen to it. I think he redid like several drafts of the movie, rewrote it, wrote the script like 4 or 5 times before he was happy with it. I mean, and Matthew Lillard as William Afton, come on. I love Matthew Lillard, and I think he's going to be amazing as William Afton. Super hose mad movie. Pretty much. It's a makes a Wario happy. Take it. It's yours. Yeah, I mean, everyone is pretty much congratulating the movie as well as they should. Huge achievement for a video game movie, for a video game adaptation, and one with a game premise as simple as Mario. I mean, Mario's not known to have complicated plots and, you know, be difficult to pick up and play. Now, they might amp up the difficulty to just, you know, people aren't kids anymore, and a lot of people playing the newer games are older fans, so they can just, pick it up and play for the most part. Like Mario Odyssey, kind of you have to get used a little bit used to the whole, throwing Cappy around and being able to jump off him and taking over other things. Like you meet a puzzle that you're like, oh, how do I solve? But then it takes you a second to realize, oh wait, I can just use Cappy and take control of that. You know, so it's not something to be like, okay, that's what I'm done. Like some games back in the day would do. Because that's not Mario. There are some games where they would just frustrate you to no end to where you just drop the controller, you're like, that's it, I'm done. I'm not doing this right now. But Mario games aren't like that. They're not meant to be like that. They're meant to be fun, to be played by anyone. And again, my grandparents know who freaking Mario is. And not my uncle. You know, I do have an uncle named Mario. So, and me and him would play Super Mario World all the time on Sundays when we went over to our grandparents. When my dad took us over to our grandparents' house. So he would bring the Super Nintendo down to my grandparents' bedroom, and we'd hook it up in there, and we would just play Super Mario World until dinner. But yes, I do have an Uncle Mario. We're Italian. What do you expect? Um, and funnily enough, I do have a cousin Vinny. So, but everyone's like, John, you're shitting me. No, I kid you not. I have an Uncle Mario, and I do have a cousin Vinny. My cousin Vinny. Maybe not as amazing, as that, but yeah, $1 billion. And it just shows you again what you can do when you don't belittle your fan base, when you don't say crap like, "Oh, if you don't like it, don't come see it. It's not made for you." When your marketing is more than just our first this, first gay that, first black, where it actually markets the movie. They tell you why they want you to see the movie. What is drawing you to see this movie? They let you know about the characters and the personality of those characters. They're not saying, "Oh, well, Mario and Luigi are cis white men," and then they don't. They want you to see this movie, so they're gonna entice you to see it by marketing it in a way that makes you want to see it, showing off little references, showing the characters. Besides Mario and Luigi, we had Donkey Kong in there. So they did extremely well with this first movie. The second movie, I hope, will be even better. With all the money they make from this movie, I hope they put it towards the next one. And hopefully next year, if they haven't started working on one already, hopefully they'll start working on Super Mario Brothers 2, Secret of the Ooze. Oh God, because that was a big thing back in the day with the Ninja Turtles. Same thing. Back in the, if you guys remember the Ninja Turtles movie, we were so used to the cartoon, and when we found out that there was a Ninja Turtles movie coming out, when we finally saw it, they did so well with it. It wasn't as, not to say lighthearted, but as goofy. It was goofy, but if you look at the cartoon and you look at the movie, polar opposites in its tone and setting, but it felt like the Ninja Turtles. You looked at the turtles and they felt real because the costumes were amazing. The animatronics for them were amazing. Shredder looked amazing. The setting, in New York looked amazing. It was darker and grittier, but they were still the turtles. So taking the cartoon that we loved, even though it started as a comic, but we grew up with the cartoon, and then turning it into a movie, we wanted that second one, and the second one was really good. It was dumber, but like the beginning when they're in the mall and they got the fight scene going on, and I think it was Donnie. They're fighting, and he finds like this rocking clown that's just like doing this, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." It's so stupid, but it's funny, and people remember that. The first movie had a couple of lines. Uh, Pizza Dude's got 30 seconds. Um, or they're in the antique shop, the April's antique shop, and then the Foot Clan come in, and there's a dude with nunchucks, and Mikey's like, fellow chucker, eh? So there's so many lines like from that movie and from the second that just became memorable. But the yeah, yeah, yeah is so good. And then they made the third one, which blew chunks all over the place. Like you go into the movie, you have that giant screen. Somehow those blown chunks ended up on top at the very top of the screen. That's how bad it was. It was so bad. I gave it a chance to go. I went back not too long ago and tried to watch it again. I couldn't. It was on Netflix. I'm like, oh, let me just give it another chance. I didn't even make it halfway through the movie. I'm like, I can't do this. This is an insult to the Ninja Turtles. But um, but Ninja Turtles was another adaptation that went really well. Um, and Mario joined those ranks. So this makes up for the terrible uh live action movie. So it proved that Mario can have a good movie. Now, if they were to do live action, probably wouldn't work as well. It should really stick as this, where it's bordering realistic, but still very much respecting their design. You know, Mario with his big chubby cheeks and all that, and Luigi with his very kind of like lanky stature and all that. You know, is bordering realistic, but it's still got their design. And I think that's how, if they plan on making Zelda movie, that's how Zelda should be. You know, the movie, you know, Link, very much in that form, very tall, and you know, instead of, you know, kind of in between cartoon, not like. Then again, what kind of Link would they base it on? If anything, I would hope either Ocarina of Time Link, like adult Link, Twilight Princess Link, or Breath of the Wild Link. But you know, you make it look like the game, but you know, all the fine details, you can see all the hairs in his mustache, the cloth, you know, each the denim and everything has its own texture, unique texture. Um, People want to see Metroid. Imagine, you know, seeing Samus flying around space, kicking ass and being badass. Um, I'm sure there are people might be wanting a Kirby movie. I mean, I'm sure there's some call for that adorable pink little puffball. Uh, but will we ever get a Kirby movie? Probably not. I don't think there's enough call for it. Kind of like Star Fox. If anything was to get live action or like this, would be Zelda. Definitely be next. Is that going to happen? Hopefully not, because, well, then again, there's so much content to work with it, so they might be able to pull it off as long as they. If it was Nintendo and Illumination, guaranteed freaking T, it would be fine because they know what they're doing. But $1 billion. So congrats, Illumination, Nintendo. You did good. You did good, son. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.